Apple has launched the iPhone SE, a new, smaller iPhone that is its cheapest smartphone yet. The phone, it seems, is aimed at two groups: those who aren't too enamored with the steadily increasing size of iPhones in the last few years and first-time buyers into the iOS ecosystem. These are my first impressions from spending a few minutes with the SE, with a full review to follow. The new handset features a 4-inch display and a return to a sizing convention not used since 2013's iPhone 5S, and borrows heavily from its blocky, angular design language, complete with wide plastic antenna bands which stretch across the top and bottom of the handset. With the introduction of the iPhone SE, Apple quietly retired the iPhone 5S, meaning once the new handset goes on sale on March 31st, it'll be the only smaller iPhone available to buy. In its choice of name, Apple is hinting at the legacy of the Macintosh SE from 1987, which, with its improved features, was a fresh take on the Macintosh Plus released in 1986. For anyone who's grown used to the 4.7-inch and 5.5-inch displays first introduced with the iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus in 2014, the iPhone SE will immediately feel incredibly small. It's an adjustment process, just as we once had to learn to accommodate phones' mutation into beasts which require two hands to hold comfortably, we too can return to the smaller handset. This change of recent years means handling the iPhone SE for the first time feels like a novelty, and reminds me of when iPhones were even smaller at 3.5 inches. Its body is crafted from aluminum and now features a color-matched stainless steel inset Apple logo, which appears as a subtle, darker shade than the phone's shade. Apple has widely chosen to introduce the popular rose gold shade debuted with the iPhone 6s into the SE range, alongside the newly announced 9.7-inch iPad Pro. While the iPhone 5S shipped with the most powerful processor at the time, the AX7, the new AX9 is also used in the significantly more powerful iPhone 6s and iPad Pro, making the iPhone SE not only small, but incredibly powerful. The rear-facing camera's been given a good bump from 8-megapixel to 12-megapixel too, and is capable of shooting 4K videos. I've written before about how I feel the iPhone SE is aimed at two types of customer, ones who can't get a feel for phobullets and those in developing nations. It's a clever way of repackaging the features consumers like: Apple Pay, Live Photos, improved camera, in a popular pre-existing form, and there's little doubt in my mind it'll prove extremely popular. For £379, there are few phones with as impressive specs for the same price that spring to mind.